Hello, dear UPSC and APSC aspirants. Welcome to the daily news analysis of 7th December 2023. From today, in the description, you will have a link of daily news analysis examination. You will get a 7 questions exam today based on the prelims model question paper from the newspaper of today. There would be questions from whatever I am going to present today. There would be certain questions from the detailed PDF analysis of the newspaper. Then you study and take the examination. News number 1 we are taking today is Jammu and Kashmir Reorganization Amendment Bill and the Jammu and Kashmir Reservation Amendment Bill passed by Lok Sabha today. We can see the brief of this. The original Jammu and Kashmir Reorganization Act 2018 I have discussed in a previous session. Today we will look into the provisions of the amendment to the bill at present. The first one is Jammu and Kashmir Reorganization Amendment Bill 2023. This bill amends the original Jammu and Kashmir Reorganization Act of 2019. Now here, in the original act, the Jammu and Kashmir Legislative Assembly was given 107 seats. That has been increased into 114 seats. Out of these, 9 seats would be reserved for the scheduled tribes for the first time. It also empowers the Lieutenant Governor of Jammu and Kashmir to nominate 3 members from the Kashmiri migrant community. Out of them, one should be a woman, and the 3rd member should be a representative. Then 2 should be from Kashmiri migrants, and out of that, 1 should be woman. The 3rd member should be a person belonging to the Pak-occupied Kashmir and took refuge in India. Next one, coming to Jammu and Kashmir Reservation Amendment Bill 2023. It modifies the original Act of 2004, and in this one, the original Act of 2004 governs the reservation in jobs and admission to professional institutions for the members of SC, ST, and other socially backward communities. In the original act, there was a term weak and underprivileged classes that has been replaced by other backward classes. Now, the reservation for Kashmiri migrants. Who is a Kashmiri migrant? That has been defined as a person who migrated from the valley of Jammu and Kashmir or any other part of the state of Jammu and Kashmir after November 1, 1989. Then definition of the Kashmiri migrant has also been given. The second news was related to Assam Accord and the Citizenship Amendment Act. I have taken in the class of Indian polity in detail regarding the Citizenship Amendment Act. You also must have studied. Let me make a brief today. All of you know CAA amends the Citizenship Act of 1955, and this act has given citizenship for illegal migrants from 3 countries, Bangladesh, Pakistan, and Afghanistan, and with certain conditions belonging to certain religions. We can see the remaining provisions. And then illegal migrants from these countries should belong to Hindus, Sikhs, Buddhists, Jains, Parsi, or Christians. They should reach India before December 31, 2014. At the same time, this law is not applicable to the tribal areas of Assam, Meghalaya, Tripura, and Mizoram. That is the 6 scheduled areas of these states. It is also not applicable to those states having inner line permit or ILP. Arunachal Pradesh, Mizoram, Nagaland, and Manipur. Manipur was added into the ILP in 2019. Again, it is not applicable for the districts of Karbi Anglong in Assam, Garo Hills in Meghalaya, Chakma district in Mizoram, and Tripura tribal areas districts. These are the important provisions of the Citizenship Amendment Act 2019. Next one is a news related to Multidimensional Poverty Index. As this news came, we need to understand what is Multidimensional Poverty Index. Multidimensional Poverty Index was developed by, this is the different angles how the poverty happens. It was developed by Oxford Poverty and Human Development Initiative along with UNDP, United Nations Development Program. and they examine the multidimensional poverty across 109 countries, and also presenting any an ethnicity, race, and caste disaggregation for 41 different countries. How they measure? Looking into the poor health condition, insufficient education, and low standard of living. Whatever sub aspects related to these will also be included, like nutrition, years of schooling, drinking water, and housing are the certain subcategories of the measurement of multidimensional poverty index. All of you must be aware of the ethics committee disciplinary action on Mahua Moitra, and it is under discussion in the parliament. We have to study here what is ethics committee of the parliament. Ethics committee looks into any unethical conduct by any member of parliament referred to it. But how ethics committee looks into a complaint, whether if a complaint comes, if a report comes in a newspaper or TV channel, they will look into that? No. They should get the complaint from any other member of the house. If an outsider wants to file a complaint with ethics committee, they cannot do directly. They should do through a member of the house, either Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha, or the complaint should be referred to the ethics committee by the speaker. They don't consider the complaint before making a prima facie inquiry, and in the inquiry, if it is possible to be true, then they make the further inquiry. But what is the term? What is unethical practice? That is not defined anywhere. It is left to the discretion of the ethics committee can decide whether something is unethical. A practice by a member is ethical or unethical. At the same time, another important question of Indian polity is that whether ethics committee, after the decision by ethics committee, a member of the parliament can be expelled, whether expulsion is constitutional or not constitutional. The Constitution under Article 101 lists down the grounds for vacation of the seats by a member of parliament. In the vacation, there is one reason is resignation, disqualification, and the absence of the member for 60 continuous sitting. These are the causes of termination, or the causes of vacation of the seats in the parliament. At the same time, expulsion is not mentioned in the Constitution. When something is not mentioned in the Constitution, the authority to take a decision on this is Supreme Court of India. But Supreme Court has given two different judgments. In 2007, in the Raja Rampal versus Honorable Speaker of case, Supreme Court upheld the power of Parliament to expel its member. Supreme Court mentioned that expulsion, Parliament has the power to expel its member. But in 2010, in another case, Amarinder Singh versus Special Committee Punjab Vidhan Sabha case, Supreme Court has given a judgment. Expulsion of a member is undemocratic and unconstitutional. Next one of the most important news for us. Garba dance of Gujarat makes its list into the UNESCO Intangible Heritage List. UNESCO, United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization. UNESCO has an intangible UNESCO has an intangible list, and the Garba dance of Gujarat makes into the UNESCO intangible list. Regarding this news, first we have to see what is intangible cultural heritage list of UNESCO. That is intangible as expressions that have been passed from one generation to another. Some dance form, it might be an oral tradition, performing art, social practices, rituals, festival events, knowledge and practices concerning nature and the universe, or the knowledge and skills produced through the traditional craft and handed over from generation to generation. This idea of making a list of intangible cultural heritage was first taken by General Conference of UNESCO in 2003, but the first list was prepared in the year 2008. Coming to Garba dance of Gujarat. Talking on the Garba dance of Gujarat, and it is performed in honor of the Hindu goddess Durga. It is often performed around a lit lamp or a statue or a picture of the Hindu goddess Shakti. And remaining matters related to Garba news, you can read it. One more most important thing, which are the items included from India in the UNESCO's intangible cultural symbols or cultural heritage list. And as we understood now, this year 2023, the Gujarat's Garba dance has been added. And before that, in 2021, Kolkata's Durga Puja and Kumbh Mela in 2017, Nowruz, the Parsi New Year in 2016, Yoga in 2016, traditional brass and copper craft of utensil making among the coppersmiths of Punjab in 2014, and Sankirtana, a ritual musical performance in Manipur in 2013, and Buddhist chanting of Ladakh in 2012, and some more are there. You can read it yourself. Then these are you should be aware of the important intangible cultural symbols and from India included in the UNESCO World Heritage List. I request you all to take the examination given in the description below, and again to download the PDF given in the description and enhance your current affairs awareness. Thank you. We will meet again tomorrow.